totally swear. Rotate. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back.
You have to pull down, unlock your orientation.
Can't film upside down in YouTube's. We are.
Wait, we are?
On YouTube, yeah. Not on Instagram, though.
We're... What?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Wow. That's just awesome. Hi. Oh my god. Someday we won't have technical difficulties.
Bum bum, technical difficulties. I like technical difficulties. Can you still see? Yes,
Yeah,
you
it's
can.
fine.
Hello out there in TV land.
Oh my god, no. No. No, actually, that looks good. Can you zoom in on Instagram?
Can I zoom in on Instagram? Nope. All right. YouTube, hang on. We're going live with Instagram. That's right. We double fist it.
Oh my god, you told me not to swear? What?
Beers. You hold 2 beers at one time.
Exactly.
That's what that is.
Why is your face so red right now? I don't know. No idea. Hi, Instagram.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Urban Sunrises.
Hi.
We are a little bit, what's it called? Slap drunk?
Happy?
Slap happy?
Slap happy?
Slap happy? Drunk? Punch drunk.
Delirious?
Punch drunk.
Punch drunk.
We are punch drunk
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
the actual beer yet because we haven't opened it. If you notice, we are streaming a little bit later than normal because we are in the middle, if you can see here, of stuffing prints into cool bags.
Oh my gosh.
Check that out. Oh, it's Team Rocket Girl.
So much stuffing.
Yep, so much stuffing and some double stuff.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Wow, this might be
going
one.
downhill
Yeah,
fast.
this might be a very muddy live stream, people. Muddy, in the mud. We are. Con is tomorrow is set up. So tomorrow, 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. We're not 100% sure yet. Thanks, Game On Expo, for your precise times there. We'll be setting up our booth. And then Friday, we are live. Our very first Artist Alley Con. Can you believe that it's here? It's been 76 days. We've been going live every Wednesday to tell you about this. And now we are at 0 hour. There is no time left, and we are still doing stuff. And there's still stuff in order. We are not doing well, people.
We're doing okay.
We're doing pretty good. I mean, for a first con,
But
yeah, it's.
we do still have stuff on the way that won't get here till Friday. We have to pick up prints tomorrow on the way to the con. But it's crazy because we've been working every single second as much as we possibly can, and it's coming down to the wire, and we still have stuff to do. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't even know.
Yeah, actually, and I didn't prep Melissa with this, but Melissa's gonna pull up Zelda and Link, and I'm gonna pull up Samus on Zeebs just to show you guys, like, it's been like the last 2 weeks, and we're literally creating art up till the very last minute. And that's why we have to go pick up prints tomorrow, is because the art was just finished 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it's insane and it's super fun, and not unlike us to just go until the last second and over the top, honestly.
Yep. So, not in a competition way, but definitely in a coolness factor. Melissa created Zelda and Link, and The Legend of Zelda is definitely, one of my favorite, if not favorite, fantasy games of all time. And I'm like, that is super cool. And I was like racking my brain. I was even asking Alexa, I'm like, what's the most popular video game? And she's like, Minecraft. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to draw Minecraft. And I'm like, what's the next most popular video game? She's like, Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, no, I don't want to draw Grand Theft Auto. So
I
then
think third, fourth, and fifth were Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So bad.
And so like I was just thinking about it, and I was thinking too hard about it. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to draw. Melissa just drew a cool Zelda and Link. I'm like, I want to draw something cool for the con that's video game related and get something on there. And so I was just, trying too hard. And then what ended up happening, and this is always what's happening, is you try too hard, your brain overthinks, and you get too far into it, and you're like, you know what? I just want to draw my favorite thing. And one of my favorite things of all time in video game history is the opening of Super Metroid, where Samus comes out of her ship on the planet Zebes, and it's raining. Of course it's raining. It's raining. I love rain. And so I'm like, I'm going to draw that. And then I didn't quite have like an idea. I just started sketching, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to make it a little 3D, but I still kind of want to give that old feel vibe. And so what ended up happening was probably one of my most environmental, one of my most moody, one of my most engaging, or not engaging, what's the word? Engrossing pieces of all time. And that is Samus emerging on the planet Zebes. Look at that, people.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I mean, that's not even doing it justice. It is amazing. And the way it's printed out is spectacular. She's amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool. It brings you in, the 3D-ness of it, the scope of it's just amazing. I really, really love this piece.
It's so good.
Yep.
She's awesome.
So now let me show you what inspired that and what Zelda and Link look like in Melissa's style, which is so cool. Ready? Ah! Look how cool they are.
They're so cute. That was super fun. I think that's one of my longest pieces ever, even doing the super long acrylics that I've done, like, I don't know, that just took forever and ever and ever, and I just kept adding more and more, and there was some more that I wanted to add, but at some point you just have to call it a day, and so that's what it is.
Tell our lovely, cool online audience a little bit about Zelda's dress and why it is the way it is.
Oh, so, yeah, I mean, Link is super traditional. Like, that's the ordinary Link that you would associate with him. And so for Zelda, in that style, she had on this weird kind of dress, and I wanted to make her super tough and badass. And so I wanted to make her more like the Breath of the Wild outfit that she's wearing with the teal and the pants, but so she actually has on a combination of both. So she has on the pauldrons and the tabard from her, and you'll have to help me out with it.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time, thank you. From Ocarina of Time outfit, and then the rest of it is just kind of a mishmash of that Breath of the Wild top, and then I didn't really want to do her pants as teal, so I did them brown. So
yeah. It's so cool. I love how Melissa makes her stuff hers. Like, there's no mistaking. Like, Pikachu Skitty, one of our best prints, and the one that we have the biggest print of, the 16 by 24, it's Melissa's. Like, there's no doubt. It's not anything. So Melissa touches something, it becomes hers, and she makes it her own. And oh, it's just so great. That's that part of the brings out the best in you. She brings out the best even in animated video game characters. Yeah, that's true.
Very ridiculous.
Yep. And so she did roll her eyes. So speaking of drinking while she rolls her eyes, we did bring out our favorite beer for tonight because we are going to be working long into the night to get everything done. So we're celebrating a little bit. We've made it 74 days. It is here. We are to our very first con.
To our very first con. Yummy.
Wow.
Health potion is the best. It makes you feel super healthy. Also, don't
Actually, sorry. That was a good segue into Zelda, actually, or from Zelda into the health potion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of things in our life are video game themed.
Agreed.
Which actually kind of brings me to the point before we get into our weekly challenge that I wanted to take a moment. I have a long drive to work. It's about an hour drive to work, and so I do a lot of thinking on my long drive, and it ranges from everything to recording funny goblin voices and sending them to Melissa, to thinking about very deep issues and how the world works and solar systems and everything else. But today's one, and this is kind of the fundamental of Urban Sunrises, is live your dreams, go and live. Like, Melissa and I could have been just drawing and painting in our studio, and that's the only thing we did. But we didn't. We decided that we love this. We're passionate about it. So we decided to pick the second most largest con in Phoenix and work 75 days straight until we could get there and start drawing. And the same thing is about going outside. Like, yeah, we have these ideas of adventure and everything and cool fantasy stories in our head, but actually, when we go outside, those fantasy stories become more alive. They not only inspire, but actually, like, we experience some very crazy stuff out in the forest. And then it becomes story, and it, you know, the stories are like legends. Part of them are real, actually. So when you listen to, read, or hear any of our stories, there is some truth in those stories. And what is actually true and what's not actually true, I don't even think Melissa and I could even tell you, because some of that stuff has been true to us. So one of the fundamental things that we've just discovered, Melissa and I, since we've met up and since we've just been living, you have to live that. You have to go outside. We have to be more than we are, and we have to experience and feel everything. And so, I mean, if there's any advice that we can impart to you, and if there's any part of Urban Sunrises that passes along to any of you, you know, through the weekly art challenges, everything, it's live adventure, live it. Don't draw it, don't sit from the home, you know, live that adventure. And I mean, I hope you experience the joy and the love and the crazy, amazing things that have happened to us by living that adventure. So would like to say that before we get into our weekly challenge, which we really hope that you are doing, because it really helps kickstart your creativity. And this week has been exceptionally hard. We are just slammed with everything. So actually, the fact that we found time to even put anything on paper this week is a miracle. But especially Melissa, like, sat down. It was a long, busy day. I mean, both of us work full-time jobs. Melanie and Kaylee, our two lovely daughters, have full-time lives that we help out, or that we, you know, are supportive and be there for, and, you know, all this stuff. And then there's the 4 pouncers from the Pouncer Society that also rely on us, and it's just all of that. And so throw in the con and throw in art and everything. So the day was just insane and crazy. And Melissa sat down on the couch, which normally is around this area, and just kind of started staring out the window. And, you know, we put in headphones and we listened to music, and it was one of those just kind of like settling moments. And that led to some just amazing drawing afterwards. And for me, it was just, this is where the weekly challenge, you know, kind of grew life. And I just sat there in the actually banana chair next to the couch with Melissa. And I mean, it's just really great. So finding those moments, especially if you have someone as wise as her, that'll help you in finding those peaceful moments. And oh, so good. So without further ado, the weekly art challenge. So this is great. This is perfect. This week is a wizard. So you get to draw a wizard. Coming up with the roll tables for this was a ton of fun. And next week is the wizard's familiar. So it's actually a 2-part. So whether or not you draw the wizard this week and then draw the familiar next week, or if you draw the wizard and then you draw the familiar in the same piece, or you redraw the wizard for next week along with the familiar, can't wait to see what that's going to look like. So here is the wizard. And in my defense, I totally tried that button pushing thing where you get to switch the font, the camera around, but it did not work. So you're reading this backwards. Go on Instagram, Urban Sunrises, and find this post, because this is a fun one. Actually, the background, Melissa's last weekly challenge was the mouse in the keyhole flying in the stealing the moon cheese in the bike. And her galaxy background was just phenomenal, so amazing. I asked her to send me just that background so that I could use it in the design for this wizard one. So, oh my gosh, so cool. Okay, so for your wizard, what kind of magic does your wizard do? So it's a D10, and of course we have things like dark, wild, fire, ice, you know, your normal wizard stuff. The 10 roll was a fairy magic. The 1 roll was kitchen magic. Guess who rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1! Oh my gosh. And that was one of those that I put on there as, I don't know, kind of like a joke or a nod to like kitchen witches, and never thinking I would roll it, but sure enough, I so did.
Yep. Now, and I was putting in suggestions that would lead me to draw Gandalf. That did not happen at all. Pointy hat, gray robe. I mean, I was putting in all of the great stuff there. I rolled none of those. So you D10 for your magic, and then you're going to roll a D10 for your staff or your wand. Now, of course, you know, your wizard, Harry Potter brand, Lord of the Rings brand, you cover both. So whatever you want to do, staff or wand. So 1 is a broken staff, and then a 10 is an ornate. And then we have everything from steel, tree, flaming, frozen, crystal, ordinary object, or what have you. So Melissa rolled flaming. So kitchen magic and flaming wand.
Perfect.
And I rolled ordinary object. That's like the one I didn't want. I mean, it's so modern and just it's not
so
cool.
good.
But that's the part of challenges. Like, you have to embrace it. Like, Melissa, I think, actually seriously thought about re-rolling. And if you remember back to our sea monster one, I re-rolled because I hated that, and I ended up rolling 3 turtles in a row. So you have to embrace the challenge part of this. You have to just go with whatever the rolls are. You can't re-roll. So D8, you're gonna roll a hat. So the number 8, of course, is a pointy hat, because why not? And number 1's a baseball, which is what Melissa.
I wanted that so bad.
But she rolled a
hood.
I
like
rolled
the worst.
a crown. So
Second worst.
yeah, I mean, it's not great so far on these rolls. This was actually one of our, I think, of the weekly challenges, this was the most rolls of things we didn't want. And then the robe was a D10. The 10 is what I got, was a glowing robe, which I thought could work, but based on the other things that I rolled, the ordinary object, the head, or the crown, I'm sorry, and the fire magic does not go with a glowing robe. And actually, you see my pieces, robe's not glowing yet because I haven't figured that part out yet. But
It's on fire.
yeah, Melissa. So a D1 roll would be a bath roll.
I
So
wanted it.
kitchen, baseball hat, bathrobe. That would have been fun to draw.
Yeah.
But Melissa did not get that. She got armored. So
God
yeah, she is an
bless it.
armored kitchen magic wizard
Yeah.
with a hood and
Flaming wand.
flaming wand.
I need a health potion to get through showing this
Yeah.
off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. There you
Thanks.
go. Okay. So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I mean, I'll go first.
Okay.
We'll save the best for last. Because this also is really just line art. Honestly, I think the sketch is probably better, but I am at the line art stage. So this is our dude. He is in the kitchen, which was super hard to draw. I've never drawn perspective like that before. So Ryan had some really good tips for helping me out on that. But he's wearing a hoodie, which is this hood. And of course, his wand is a flaming wooden spoon. And he's directing the pots and pans that are floating around. And then his apron is armored. He's armored up his apron. So he's doing his kitchen magic and like fun in a way. Also, I don't know, I was super looking forward to this challenge. It's something whimsical and a little bit more funny, but it's a kitchen wizard with flaming.
I think both of our minds when we came up with this challenge was like fun and whimsical and like, very like kind of what we needed a little bit, because you know, this as fun as this con is and super we are to do this, we needed kind of that escape into a really cool fantasy world. And what ended up happening with this challenge was not that at all, actually.
No.
And so it's, I don't know, it turns your brain in such interesting ways to try to come up with these solutions to these problems.
Yeah.
And so mine ended up being a little more, I would consider like badass, a little more fighting wizard. He, so the ordinary object, Melissa, I showed Melissa where I was at, and she's like, there's no ordinary object on there. I was like, oh yeah. So his lighter, because he's a flame magician, is his ordinary object.
Ugh.
So if you take a look there, his crown is on fire, of course.
Love it. Look at the dragon and his fire magic.
Yep.
Oof.
Actually, I think his feet, his boots, are my favorite part of this drawing. They have a little horn on them. I don't know. Something about him, it came about and it was drawing, and he's very warrior, fire-ish. For those of Avatar fan, like I can't think of fire wizards anything but the Fire Nation and just their military strength and how they were kind of portrayed as the bad guys. which kind of turned around in season 3, which was pretty cool. But just how they were portrayed and what that was like, and yeah, I'm okay with where I'm at, but the glowing aspect is going to be very difficult. And not to mention, we will be in con mode. Well, we are in con mode, but we will be physically at the con for the next 4 days. So we're gonna see like how these wizards turn out, or when they turn out. This might be a late post tomorrow. Just saying.
There might be more progression even after the con into next week with the familiars. So
yes.
I'm kind of using that 2-part challenge to, I don't know, push it off till next week a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see how far I get. I tried to get the colors on today, but that was a no-go.
Yeah. So we really, the weekly challenges. We can't stress this enough. This is just something to help your brain, to kickstart whatever you're doing. We're in the middle of con mode. We shouldn't be spending any time on a weekly challenge this week between everything that's going on, but we are, and it's perfect. It's exactly what we need every day. So, please give it a try. It's super fun, and I mean, you love it. It's just so cool, and who knows what's going to come out of it.
I know the best part, not the best part, because obviously I love the drawing and seeing where it goes and how it's going to end up, but honestly it's super fun to roll.
Yeah.
I really look forward to the rolling and seeing what we're going to get, and then making fun of Ryan for what he gets. It's always ridiculous.
So for those out there who may be unfamiliar with a set of polyhedral dice, you have usually, this isn't exclusive to tabletop role-playing games, but it's primarily for them. D4, D6, which is your normal everyday Yahtzee dice, D8, D10, D12, D20. Go out to a very cool shop, not online, not Etsy, not any of those places. Go out to a very cool shop, travel. When we took the girls to get their set of dice, we traveled a good hour and a half away to a shop up in the mountains just to go buy their dice. And it was a great experience. So if some of you may already have your dice and you might need another set. So take a loved one, take a friend, take somebody, and just go travel somewhere. This is part of, what we talked about in the beginning. Go live. Like, it's just buying dice, but it's buying dice in a whole nother city somewhere. It's buying dice in this kind of adventure, and you don't know what else is going to happen during that, and what other experiences you're going to get. Actually, that trip was just fantastic and amazing, and not one that we're easily going to forget. And I think Melanie and Kaylee feel the same way, and now their dice come from this cool trip. And so if you believe in luck, getting a little bit extra magic in your dice isn't going to hurt a little bit. Although based on our rolls for this weekly challenge, I think they might have been feeling a little neglected. I don't know.
We're saving up the luck for something else.
Yeah, we're saving up the luck for something else. So I think that's going to be about it for us from Urban Sunrises. I do want to leave you with what is on the table. You may or may not have seen these. If you come to the Game On Expo, August 5th, Friday, August 5th, 6th, Saturday, August 7th, Sunday, come see us. We're going to be there. If you can't make it and you want to, check out our art, email us, talk to us, go on our Instagram, or visit the Etsy if you want to buy some of our pieces. And some of those pieces that you can see, you already saw Team Rocket Girl.
God, I love her so much.
This is Mudkip. The story behind this Mudkip is just absolutely amazing and cool, and kind of helps start Urban Sunrises in some actual way, in the watercolors. And so go check Mudkip out. And actually the 8x10 is a mirrored Mudkip, which is very cool. This is Strawberry Splash. We actually have this one in a bigger size, 11x14. Melissa just captured the beauty of a strawberry being splashed by water. I wish I could show you the real one that was painted in acrylics and actually get that across on the camera. I wish you could see this one better on the camera, just how amazing that is. Also, we have Hibiscus. This, in my parents' house, we had a hibiscus bush right in the front yard, and every time I see hibiscus, it brings back a lot of memories of sitting on the porch with my dad, watching the rain come in. And we've had a lot of monsoons come in lately, and it's brings back a lot of cool memories. Here we have Pikachu on Ash's hat. This was done in acrylics by Melissa. It's a cool 12 by 12, but this print is so awesome.
He's so cute.
And then Dia de los Muertos.
I love him. He's so cool.
This was actually a sketch that I made on that day at work, and for whatever reason, he was just inspired, and oh my gosh, I love him. He's cool.
Yeah, he is cool.
And then we have Female Rogue in black. So one night I was sitting just looking at Melissa, and I had a picture of her that she was dressed in one of our Renaissance medieval outfits, and yeah, I just sketched her face. So for anyone that didn't know, I think everybody knows, but this is Melissa. And then, so Melissa and I did, before the weekly challenge and kind of what inspired the weekly challenges, Melissa and I did just challenges, back and forth between each other and kind of to get us inspired. And we did a furry challenge, and we rolled for those. And this is what Melissa did. Fox in the Moonlight.
Yeah. I love that. That was so much fun. And that actually was just so good. It really inspired the weekly challenges, but Ryan's just so great at trying to figure out how to inspire. Like, he really does inspire. He inspires me, inspires the girls. And so, yeah, coming up with those challenges and just, hey, roll some dice, see what you get, draw something, and that came from it. So that was very awesome.
Lillygant, the OG, the original Lillygant. Look how cool she looks. Originally done in watercolors. And then we have Hisuian Lillygant, which has been our bestseller on Etsy, done in Copics. And she actually has 4 versions at the con. Oh, 3 versions, I'm sorry. 3 versions at the con. The shiny cover, which I'm about to show you right now.
4 versions.
Well,
it's OG.
OG.
And then
Well, yeah. Oh,
Copic.
yeah. I was
Oh.
of the Hisuians. There's 3 versions of the
Hisuians.
Hisuian.
Yeah.
And then there's Nighttime, which I don't think I have Nighttime here. So go check out our Etsy page to see Nighttime. And then we start where we started with Team Rocket Girl. So I hope you guys are enjoying the weekly challenges. I hope that you will see us at Game On Expo. For all of those that we will see there, come say hi. Cannot wait to see you guys and talk to you about everything going on. And for those that just want to wait next Wednesday and get a recap, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of videos from what's happening at the con, and all of us dressed in shirts for the con, and Melanie and Kaylee, and all of that stuff going on. So cannot wait to share more with you guys, and we'll see you next time.